for this episode, we'll be talking about things that stock market investors, well, at least beginners in the stock market, should avoid. Recently on the news, we saw an article about a young man in his 20s that recently committed suicide because he opened up his Robinhood account and saw a negative $730,000. Obviously, this is a large sum of money, and I think anyone that opened their account and saw that big of a negative balance would freak out, understandably. So let's talk about this a little bit. Stock market investing can be very risky. What he was doing was called options trading, and that's basically betting on whether a stock price goes up or down. I personally don't do this. Honestly, I don't know enough about options trading, and I think it's too risky for where I am right now. So that's one. First thing that all new investors should avoid is options trading. One of the things about options trading is that to execute a purchase, and I'm not going to go into great detail because I'm not an options trading expert. I haven't traded options before, so I'm not going to pretend like I know how to. One of the things about options is that to execute an order, you need to buy 100 shares of the company. So that's the first thing. Unlike regular stock trading where you can buy one share, options trading you need a minimum of 100 shares. If you're new, I'd stay away from this. Stick with regular buying and trading stocks because you're less likely to lose your shirt. The second thing is that this young man had $16,000 in buying power on his Robinhood account. Buying power means that that's money that you can use to trade with, right? So he had $16,000 worth. How he racked up negative $730,000 in debt is crazy. If you only have $16,000, how did you go down that much? This is partly because he was using margin. Margin is basically borrowing money to trade with. And so that's one thing I also stay away from. Margin allows you to borrow money so that you can execute trades and not have to wait for a bank transfer. So that's the second thing. Stay away from margin trading. You don't want to start borrowing money to invest, at least for beginners, especially if you're not sure what you're doing, even more so if you're trading options. So those are two things that I'd recommend. First, to stay away from options, you need to really do your research. Second is don't borrow or trade on margin. I think as part of this, I'd recommend two things. The first thing you should do if you want to get started in stock market trading is invest, right? Everyone knows investing is investing in a company or putting money into the company and making sure or doing some research to see whether they go up or down. You want to invest in companies that you know of, not just hear about. You always obviously want to do your own research before you put money into the market. But even before that, I'd say the first thing all new stock market investors should do is invest in themselves. You should learn the market, learn how the market works, learn how companies work. So that way, when you put money into it, you'll know the risks. So first thing I'd say for beginners looking to invest in the stock market is to do your research, right? Invest in yourself and in your own education before really diving into the stock market. The second thing, if you're starting, don't start with margin. Start with fractional share investing. This will allow you to put lower sums of money into stocks that you believe in. The third thing I'd say is to do what's called paper trading. Paper trading is basically trading the market, but with a fictional account. So it's basically like trying out the market. It's almost like you could, if you wanted to pretend to make a portfolio with a certain number of stocks, you could do that with paper trading and not have to worry about losing money because it's all just fictional money. And the fourth thing is there's actually a mobile game called Investor, INVSTR, on the Apple Store, which is similar. It's like paper trading. It's a game that you could test your stock market investing skills in and see how your portfolio does over time. Obviously, these are great ways to try to invest in the market without actually putting real money into it. So for all new investors, stay away from options trading, stay away from borrowing money or borrowing or trading on margin, and start to do your own research for yourself. Start to make lower risk trades and also start paper trading. If you don't want to even start to put money into the market, you can just try it out by paper trading. Webull is one of the free brokerages that offer paper trading and also regular trading. So that I'll leave a link in the description down below for you guys to check that out. And lastly, if you do see that you're in the negative and you're thinking about similar thoughts to that young man. There's obviously a lot of help hotlines out there. I'd suggest talking to someone before you go and do anything very drastic. This is obviously a very serious topic, and with all the stock market news and hype right now, there's a lot of people doing very risky stuff. They're looking at, all of the news articles saying how they made millions or hundreds of $1,000s in one trade. Yes, that's possible. Does that happen to the majority? No, right? Those are special cases. They may be luck. They may be very experienced investors. But for the average investor and for the beginning investor, you should just stick with regular trading. Long-term trades, buy, hold, dollar cost average. And that's one way to really secure yourself in the market. And over time, the stock market has shown, great returns. You don't need to do all this risky stuff to make money in the market. Time in the market beats timing the market, right? That's one of the biggest sayings on the internet right now. So just invest, start investing, but make sure that you do your research first. All right, guys. Thank you for watching. I know this was a different style of video. This is a different topic, so I wanted to switch it up a little bit. Yeah, thank you for all the support. I've seen my subscriber count go up, which is awesome. So thank you for that. I really appreciate all the support that you guys give me, all the comment and feedback. I read all of those, and it's very inspirational, and it's a great to see. So thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next video.